Hi, I'm the Rogue Review. I've just come back from the cinema. So Cineworld were doing their Secret Screaming night, and tonight's film was Hokum. So I'm going to give you my overall thoughts, my score. So here we go. So the film stars Adam Scott. He plays a famous horror writer who's travelled from America to Ireland. He's scattering his parents' ashes near this old hotel where his parents stayed when they were younger. However, when he arrives there, he learns about the history of the hotel and how the honeymoon suite is locked off to guests because apparently there's a witch in the hotel and the hotel is haunted. He kind of doesn't really believe it, so he just kind of carries on with sort of scattering his parents' ashes near the hotel. However, when he kind of comes back, he starts to feel quite depressed. He's kind of struggling with his own personal demons and starts drinking at the bar. Is there where he meets Fiona, one of the staff, who kind of takes a liking to him and talks about the hotel and the room being haunted. However, in the night, she's kind of a bit worried about him because he's a little bit down as he's kind of drinking through the night, and she goes to check on him, and he's tried to kill himself. So the Fiona quickly rushes in and kind of saves him, and he wakes up in the hospital feeling really bad about the situation. He goes back to the hotel to apologize to Fiona. However, it's here where he realized that Fiona has gone missing the same night. So he's trying to figure out and investigate what's happened to Fiona, and his kind of investigations lead to back to this room, which apparently is haunted. So he's desperately trying to find out from the other staff and some of the people, the locals who live in the town, what's happened to her and why this room is locked off to the guests. I have to say, I really enjoyed this film, Hookem. It's felt like an old school horror set in a spooky hotel where the main lead is trying to investigate what's going on. It's a really eerie, chilling feeling all the way through the film. There's an atmospheric tension that's just building up as the film's going along. There's a lot of jump scares. I have to say, this is kind of the most amount of jump scares I've seen in the film for a while for a horror film. However, they're kind of just placed perfectly throughout the film. They kind of get you every single time as well, and they really make you jump. There's a spine chilling feeling as you're watching it. You know something's going to be coming, and the main lead, Adam Scott, was really good. He's kind of this like cynical writer who's kind of a very depressive kind of character, but he kind of gets invested into finding what's happened to Fiona, and he's kind of uncovering a lot of different things as the film's going along. And when it kind of gets down to the room, it's terrifying when he finally gets inside the room. You just feel kind of at your edge of your seat, waiting for whatever's going to happen. I've seen some of the visuals as well with the witch are really good. There's a lots of, you just see subtle shadows and like eyes sort of appearing, and it really gets you every single time that one of these kind of jump scares happens. It's really frightening. Um, as a horror film, you're entertained from pretty much start to finish. You're interested in his character. You're interested in the hotel and the trying to work out what's happened and where Fiona's gone. So it feels like kind of like an investigation kind of horror movie while set in this small kind of Irish hotel. There's some other staff members as well who he's trying to get answers from as well. But once he gets into the room, it kind of the horror film kind of goes up a level where there's a real eerie tension that's building up as it's leading to finding out what's in the room, and it is terrifying when it gets there. And then so some of the sort of the subtle visuals get more intense as the film kind of goes along. I have to say it's a really well made horror film, and for a secret cinema horror film, this is one of the best horrors I've seen over the last couple of months. Okay, so on to my score. I think most horror fans will be happy with this film. It almost feels like this film should have come out for Halloween. This would have been a great Halloween horror film to watch in the cinema. The acting is fantastic. The story is really interesting, and the horror side is excellent as well. I would probably give this a solid 7.4 out of 10. If you're a horror fan, you're going to love this film. If you don't like jump scares, this is definitely not the film for you, as I was jumping quite a lot for the entirety of this film. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. Please go watch the film in the cinema. Let me know what you thought by leaving some comments below, and I'll see you on the next one.